Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Dancers Doing Stuff. Today is the 17th episode, which is really crazy, and it is one of my favorite people. Today, I am talking to my friend, teacher, mentor, the amazing Neil Schwartz. I'm gonna give him an applause, even though, because he deserves all the applause. He is not only an amazing dancer, choreographer, teacher, mentor, inspiration to the New York dance community. He is just such a wonderful human on the inside, and I'm just really excited for you guys to hear his story and get to, listen to everything that he is up to and has done, and you're going to be super inspired by him. So as always, I like to share a video. It was really hard to pick a video because his Instagram is amazing and his choreography is just, beautiful. But I picked one of the most recent videos that he's posted where he's dancing alone because he doesn't post a lot alone and he deserves all the spotlight all the time. So here is a great video of Neil. Yay! Okay, now I'm so excited to bring on Neil! Oh no, you're muted. Yay! Welcome.
That was a really nice intro. Thank you, Haley.
Oh, I could have gushed forever. So thank you for being here.
I set up all of my stuff.
Oh,
so
perfect.
I set up all my equipment.
Okay, so I didn't really even tell you what we're making, did I? I just dropped off a bag of strange items outside your door.
I know that if it involves popsicle sticks, I am 100% on board. And Chanukah gal.
Yes, that's a little hint. So we both celebrate Hanukkah. So this week Hanukkah starts. So I thought it would be fun. I celebrate Christmas and Hanukkah, so I'm kind of lucky. I get a lot of holidays this month, and I've been doing a lot of decorating. But a lot of my decorations are always more Christmas themed because that's just like what's more popular in everywhere. So I thought that we could make a little Hanukkah ornament / wall hanging. You can do whatever you want. I gave you enough to do 2, but I don't know if we'll get to that. So you probably have actually made one of these when you were younger, but we're basically going to make a Star of David. So that's why you have 6 popsicle stars. Or not popsicle stars, popsicle sticks to make the star. So I have... Yeah. So we'll probably need to let the glue dry. Okay. Supplies that I have here. 6 popsicle sticks. I have some string. That's going to be what we add at the end. We have some paint to make it all jazzy. I gave you some gold, I think. And there should be a paintbrush in there. And then glue. I gave you Elmer's glue, which I'm not 100% sure how that'll work. You can kind of see in the corner, it's plugged into the wall. I have a hot glue gun, so I'm kind of like an overachiever. But the Elmer's glue should be fine.
I have this.
It should work. I think.
This is what I have. I got this. And then I got the paint.
Yep, that's good.
Wait, am I going to need, maybe I should get a plate, right?
Yeah, that would probably help. to keep things neat.
Okay, I'm gonna get a plate really quick,
Okay,
but
perfect.
keep
And
talking to me. Keep
yes,
talking.
forever. I'll never stop. Okay, I'm gonna glue. So basically, you want to make 2 triangles. I'm gonna do that while you get your plate. We're gonna glue our popsicle sticks into 2 triangles. Then we're gonna glue those popsicle stick triangles together to make a star.
A Star of David.
Yes. Okay, so I'm
Oh my
gonna
gosh. This is
glue.
like a episode of Will and Grace where I think Jack brings him like a Star of David as his Christmas tree.
That's for the
By the
tree
way,
topper.
again, I am not farting. That was my chair. So I apologize in advance.
I'm extremely offended. How dare you? Fake fart.
Oh, I got an itch on my nose. Okay. Okay, I am almost ready.
Perfect.
Okay.
So
I got my
my
plate ready.
my glue dried very, very fast. So you
Okay,
might actually have a easier time with this.
I have to make my glue go on. Just use a little bit of glue, everyone. It's a good thing.
Okay. I have my
That's Martha.
first little star. I mean, not star, triangle glued.
I'm almost there.
Perfect.
I'm almost there. I'm gonna put a little bit of glue. My favorite thing, Haley Goo Goo, is when someone is like explaining, like, okay, now I put a little bit of glue on each side of the ends, and then I put the popsicle stick over. I like when people do that. Uh-oh, I
Yeah.
have a little problem.
Did you have a glue explosion?
No, thank gosh.
That
Um,
would be a medium
okay,
sized problem.
all right. Glue is on. I made my first triangle.
Yeah, and yours probably won't dry as quickly as my hot glue, so you don't pick it up.
No, I was gonna say I should.
And then I'll show everyone what it'll look like. You're gonna glue them together to make a cute little
Ah,
star. So I'll do that, and then you will work on your other triangle. And
okay,
while we work on this, I'd
yeah.
love to hear just a little bit about like your life story. Like where are you from? How did you start dancing? Like what is the story of Neil?
Well, the year was 1846, and my mother said, I need another child, and one preferably that can dance. Um, Imagine though. Um, well, Dee Dee always jokes that I'm really old, so um,
You're not that
I
old.
thank you, baby. Listen, I'm 36, but I'm flipping cute for a 36-year-old,
You
so,
are.
you know, so there. So there. Um, no, so I was born in the 80s, hence my name 80s, baby. Um, no, I was born in um, New York, born and raised in New York. Hello. And I started, I'm the only dancer in my family. But I have a cousin. I'm telling you, Haley, I have a cousin who is, if he pursued dance,
Really?
it would be a wrap. Yeah, I wish he could do it, but he did not want to pursue that. But if he did, watch out. I'm gluing my second part together right now. I hope I
Amazing.
put enough glue on it, though.
I
Okay,
think whatever you did is probably good enough, you
I
know?
hope so. I hope.
Yeah, it is interesting though how
Um,
there's so many really talented people who actually just don't choose to go into dance professionally, and like that's cool.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
okay.
I mean, I get it. It's a tough career for sure. To get into. It's a great career, and you can definitely make it a living for sure. But it's hard to be a dancer. That is for darn sure. For darn sure. But I grew up dancing. I I think I was 7 when I went into like a mommy and me hip hop class. It was me and my mom, and she took me to one, and and that was fun. I don't even remember it though fully, but it was that studio that I ended up going to, and I was like a competition dancer for a long time. Um, and then through that, I stopped dancing around the age of 13. I mean, I was always dancing, but I didn't do it. I didn't want to pursue it anymore because I wasn't comfortable with my sexuality
Hmm.
at that time. Um, and um, I thought that I should be playing like sports and doing other things and stuff like that. And so I tried. I did football. Um, I did baseball. I did baseball here, Haley.
Ooh, do we have exclusive? Why can't I say that word? An exclusive throwback of your
Oh,
sports
we
career?
certainly do. This was me at the height of my sports career.
Look at you, so serious, so sporty.
Oh, handsome.
Look
If
at
you can
that.
see the look on my face,
You look so happy to be there.
I was upset. We were supposed to go to the mall. I was supposed to go to this place called Sam Goody, and I had saved my money, so I wanted to go get at that time a cassette tape. Although CDs were coming in at that time, but I wanted to go, and I was told that if I did all my chores, I get to go. But I went to a had to go to this baseball game, so I was upset. And then my dad was like, "Let's take a picture," and I was like, "Hmm." um, so yeah, so it was me just trying to find myself, and then it wasn't. So I didn't do it all throughout high school, and then when I was in college. Um, I had a bad incident when I was 20. Ooh, 20. I wasn't even 21 yet. I was 20. And I was on a road trip with fraternity friends at the time, and I developed a blood clot in my right leg that transferred into my lungs and developed a pulmonary embolism. And these little particles all centered around my heart. Um, and I think, I mean, there was talks at one point like, will I lose my leg? Is the blood flowing properly throughout the leg? So it was kind of like a touch and go kind of thing. I mean, I had to call my whole family down to. I was at the University of Virginia visiting a friend. Um, Anna, who I call her my guardian angel because she stayed with me the whole time. And my parents had to come. It was a huge mess. It was really, really bad. And thank God I was lucky that the veins reformed in my leg over time, and the clot actually dissolved into my bloodstream, and I was fine. And then all the pulmonary embolism, the little clots that were in my lungs, they all filtered through, and they missed my heart by like this much. So I
That's
was pretty
amazing.
lucky, let's say that. But it was because of that that I said to because I didn't know what I wanted to do in college. I said, oh, I want to be a psychologist because I was around my major, and I was like, that's what I want to do. And then I was like, I was very into, you know. LGBTQIA like families, you know? So I was interested in the dynamic of the family, and that's what I did research on, and that was part of my major, and I ended up just being miserable. I didn't know what I wanted to do, and I knew that everything that I was doing was not making me happy, and the only thing that was making me happy was dance. So after all of that, I decided I found this internship at Broadway Dance Center, but at the time it was called the intern program, but now it's
Yeah.
called the COSAM program.
Yep.
And so I applied, and that was in, oh my gosh, that was in September of 2008, which
No
doesn't seem so long
way.
ago, but it is.
I know it doesn't. It's I was still in high school. That's wild. Usually when
Oh
people
my
say it doesn't feel
goodness.
like we're that far apart in age now. But when people say like dates like back like that, it's really wild how age
Yeah,
is
it's
crazy.
crazy.
That's like
It's really crazy.
so many years ago. Wow.
Yeah, it's oh my gosh. Like, and you think about it, and even if you say something like, oh, this was from 2013 or 14, and it doesn't seem so long ago, but the reality is that it is long ago.
Yeah.
So it's kind of crazy to think about. I can't believe that it's been so long since I've been figuring out what I wanted to do and how I went about it and how I started my training and all this other stuff.
Yeah.
And it was after that moment of me being in the city after saving my money and just being here that I said, this is what I want to pursue. And I never looked back ever since.
Did you ever used to come? Because you grew up in Long Island, right? Is that true?
Correct.
Did you
Yes.
ever come into the city and take class at BDC when you were younger? Or was that kind of not? I feel like that's more of like a thing that happens nowadays. Like I can't imagine doing that, but maybe if you had access to it, that would I would have been
I
terrified too.
certainly did. My parents would bring me in on a Sunday,
Oh my
and I
gosh.
there was a picture of me. I was in a full suit. Yeah. And I used to take, I think I was 12, and I used to take Bev Brown and Chio.
Oh my
And
gosh.
they're the two that started me with this whole journey.
Wow.
Um, and it was actually, I didn't know about Broadway, you know. A family friend of ours had told my father that if Neil wants to dance, you should bring him into the city to go to Broadway Dance Center. So it was because of my father's friend that I was able um, to find Broadway, and then I used to
Wow.
go on Sundays, which was awesome, and that's what kind of started everything for me personally. But it was that moment when I was 21 that really sparked everything for me.
Yeah. And so how long once you did what is now ProSem, the internship, how long until you like eventually start like how did you transition into like ending up teaching at BDC and like what was that early New York City journey like for you?
Whew, that was, I mean, I was asked to start teaching right after my internship. I had expressed to my mentors my interest that I would like to be a teacher. I would like to be an educator, and um, I really love the visual side of it. Like I love seeing my choreography come to life, but on top of that, I really wanted to teach. So I wanted to help and I wanted to be the best educator that I could possibly be. Um, so that was a struggle. We'll say that, you know what I mean? But it was through that struggle and that you need more experience, you need to do this, you need to do that, that really got me to be the best educator that I could possibly be, so that my students who pay 20 something dollars to come and take a class are getting 100%, not 75%, not 50%, You're getting a full 100% and knowing that you're getting your money's worth, which means that I have to know what I'm doing.
Yeah. I think
So,
that I mean, you're such a great teacher, and I think that it's so
thank you, baby.
clear that you really value the education of class and not just, everyone knows those classes that are just like, you go, you learn some steps, and like,
Mm,
a lot of people can be teachers who maybe don't have the knowledge of being an educator. And so I
right.
think that that's something that people have to really like think about when they are paying those $22 or whatever it's going to be
Right.
when we get back. But, it's something that I think you really do a great job of emphasizing in your class, and I always really value that.
Well, I'm proud of you. Look at what you're doing, baby. I'm
This
so
isn't
proud
about
of you.
me. This isn't about me.
Listen, essential Haley, essentially Haley. Look, and look.
Is your star dry?
Well, the popsicle sticks are dry. Now I'm gonna put them
Oh,
together.
perfect. Mine is a little wonky looking, but it's okay. It's a
Let me see
2020
yours.
star.
Hey, listen, that this year, let the star look at how it's gonna look. That's fine.
So, in your time in New York, what has been like your favorite dance opportunity or like performance? Doesn't have to be paid, just like your favorite dance moment that you've had outside of teaching.
Oh gosh, that
I know that's
I
a really
gotta
hard
say,
question.
no, I know it off the back of my hand right now. Wait, I'm gonna put this on. So my Star of David is okay. I didn't do this hundred
I'm gonna
percent.
put my hot glue gun on. I'm gonna unplug it so it's not dangerous.
Okay, wait, I got this. Okay, I just
Okay,
need a
how's it
little
going?
bit of
How's it going?
glue. I just need a little bit of glue. And I'm gonna put it like this. And then I'm gonna switch it over here a little like that. And then I'm hoping that this will stay now. Stay. Okay. I think I did a pretty good job. Not the best, but that's okay. We make it work in 2020. We'll make it work.
Exactly.
Um, but any hoozle, if I had to pick, I'm sorry, I'm such a perfectionist.
No,
I
it's
don't like, I
okay.
need it. I'm gonna leave this for a sec while this part dries, and then I'm gonna attack the other part. Okay, it's dry. Um, so my favorite dance moment, hands down, was the to be able to work for my dream artist and something that I had put into existence for over 3 years and doing research because at that time I did not have my agent. I wasn't with Lucille yet. So I, I had to really use my networking skills to to do it, and that was such a beautiful year because that's when, I had been working so hard to get an agent and I was turned away so many times, and I understand at that time there wasn't there wasn't really a place to really market me. You know what I mean? So I understand, but that was the year that I met with Lucille and she took me under her wing and I'm doing incredible things because I'm with her and I wouldn't be where I am today without her guidance. So it happens at the right moment when it's supposed to happen. So I'm very lucky to be with LDC, but it was that year was just such an amazing year. But I got to work with Aster, who is my dream artist, and I put that out there in the atmosphere, and I did all my research, and I went to their shows, and I did so many things, and then boom, I choreographed their tour, and Jared Jenkins um, my my twin, uh, whom I love so much, we choreographed their music video, and it was just like everything just kind of it really shows the amount of hard work that you put in, the universe will respond and it will happen. So it happened for me, and I was so happy.
Yeah. And that's always been something that's so inspiring as someone who, isn't fully where they want to be yet, or just coming to New York and knowing and seeing you go through that journey, even as like you're not 19 and you're not like fresh out of high school getting this right away and everything is falling into the pieces, because that does happen for a lot of people, but it doesn't happen for everyone. And so it's really easy to get down on yourself. Like, there'll be times where I'm like, I don't have an agent. Oh my God. Like, I'm not going to be able to do what I want to do. And so it's always been really inspiring to see all the stuff that you did without an agent, and then to also see, what, like Luam says, like, what's meant for you is yours. Like, no one can take what is already yours. I'm not saying the right quote from Rock the Industry, but it's so great when you can see your teachers and your mentors go through that, and like
Absolutely. We all go through that.
give you hope. That's what we need more of in 2020, is in hope in all aspects of the world. So that
Yeah,
was such
no,
an
totally.
exciting thing to see as a student of yours, to see you go through that
Thank you,
journey.
baby.
So it's true what
Thank you, baby.
manifestation is just, you gotta put
Absolutely.
it out there what you want to happen.
I agree 125%. If you want it, wait, what's the thing from Field of Dreams? If you build it, they will come.
Oh yeah. We'll
Something
have to get into your love of movies and stuff later, when we talk about passions
Oh,
outside of dance, because
let's
movies
do
and
that.
TVs, like, not TVs, not the actual TVs. I mean, I'm sure you know a lot about actual TVs, but you know so much about all entertainment, and it's amazing. But before
It
we do
has
that,
to do with movies. I know it.
movies and the 80s, you are the
You got it.
master.
I'm not the master, but I'm trying to be.
Well, that is a perfect transition. First, let me see how's your star going. I got a little crazy and I painted mine already. So don't be intimidated. Yay! Mazel tov. It looks
Oh, look,
beautiful.
I am. Well, I gotta paint mine now with my Martha Stewart.
Yeah, it is. It's Martha Stewart brand paint. Highly
It's a good
recommend.
thing. It's a good thing.
And you can use it when you're home. Just like when she was home on house arrest.
Oh, oh, Martha.
What a silly
Martha.
lady. Okay, well, this is the perfect time. We're going to do our first game.
Ooh, I'm ready. Hey!
Yay! Okay, this is Would You Rather. And for anyone who's watching, we've actually had a few people comment. I'm going to share some of the comments. We have Natalie says, we will make it work in 2020. Yes, yes. Which, yes,
Amen to
we are
that.
going to get it going. And then Kate, she sent us some hearts. So I'll put those up on the
Okay.
screen. But yeah, so this is the perfect time if anyone is watching out there live and you would like to play along with us during Would You Rather, comment and let us know. Even if you're watching this after we're live, I'd love to know what you would rather, because some of these are kind of crazy. So, are you ready for your first Would You Rather?
I am, and I'm painting at the same time.
You're so talented.
I'm usually not the best multitasker, but I'm gonna try right now. I'm gonna try.
I believe in
I'm
you.
ready.
Okay. Would you rather spend the rest of your life trapped inside a yellow balloon, or have to spend every other month walking around naked in public? Not every month, just every other month.
Um, well, I don't want to blind anyone, so I'll take the balloon. Now, the reason why I have no problem being naked outside at all. Um, I'm proud of myself. I think I'm sexy. So, but I would pick the balloon because I would love to fly one day. So
Oh, I didn't even think
I
about
would pick
that.
the balloon. I mean, who? That's something. I mean, anyone can say, "Oh, I was naked in the middle of the street." Who can say that they were in a yellow balloon?
True. You would be
Or,
very unique. That would be something that, would set you apart at auditions too.
I would like to be. I like being unique. So I'm
Okay.
going to take the balloon. Thank you.
Okay, next question. Would you
Yes.
rather pick one day and repeat it every day for the rest of your life, or have no TV or internet?
Oh,
And that means no streaming services either.
if you want my honest opinion, I would pick the no TV and um I love movies. I love all of that. I know I would suffer for a little bit, but um I think ultimately mentally it would be better for me. So that's what I would pick.
Nice. Okay, last one. Would you rather have to use lemon juice eye drops every evening before bed,
Ooh.
or have your knees internally glued together eternally? Your knees are glued together forever. Or you have to put lemon juice in your eyes every night.
Lemon juice in my eyes because I put it in my water and it tastes delicious. And I would sacrifice a little bit of pain
For
because I like the smell of
knees.
lemon.
Yeah.
No, if my knees were together,
That means no deep lunges. None of those out, in, out. You know that
Wait,
move?
does that mean that no burpees?
Well, I think you could probably still do burpees if your legs are stuck together.
Oh man.
It
All
would
right,
be
I'm picking the
harder.
lemons because I
Yeah.
don't like doing burpees.
Oh
Burpees
gosh,
and I
me
don't get
neither.
along at all.
Me either. Amazing. Well, that
Yeah.
transitions us into our next little topic, your
I'm still
passions.
painting, by the
Oh,
way.
okay, that's okay. Don't worry. I believe in your
Okay,
multitasking abilities.
thank you.
So, we kind of hinted at it a little bit, but your passions outside of dance. Go for
Yes.
it. Tell me all of them, because I know you have a lot.
My passions outside of dance, well, where do I begin? I like playing water polo.
Really? Is that a real one?
No, I'm just kidding. Guys, I'm starting my OnlyFans account. No, I'm just kidding. I I really like to cook, believe it or not. I'm trying to learn a little bit more because I'm on my weight loss journey right now. Um, so I'm trying to find some really good recipes as far as like vegan mac and cheese. And the person who's like my biggest inspiration with all of this is my niece, because my niece is incredible at cooking and she's vegan.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, she's vegan now, and I mean, the stuff that she comes up with, and she's just incredible. So she's been my biggest inspiration with my weight loss journey. And I'll probably go vegan soon because of her, because that's the way I've been eating anyway. So, um, and I feel so much better, and I feel more in control of my portions and um, I mean, I'm not perfect. I have to work on my pizza habit because I still have a pizza habit that needs to get under control. It's not bad though, but
I mean, you live around
um,
so many great pizza places and Hell's Kitchen and just food places in general. So that's hard.
yeah, it's hard. It's hard also when you live in the city and you got Uber Eats and DoorDash and WrestleMania. I don't know. You have all of this stuff and it's right at your fingertips and you can just be like, I just saw that there's an app called Caviar and I love caviar.
It's an app all about caviar?
No, I think it's one of those like the Grubhub type deal.
Oh, I
But
thought it
I see
only
it on
delivers
Hulu.
caviar.
Well, then we would. Oh, I love caviar, but I can't eat it. I can't eat it. I can't eat it. So I would say that, and I've been very fortunate, and I feel very lucky to be able to. I've been doing uh, not just dancing, but acting and dancing at the same time. So I've booked a couple commercials as a lead or a principal role, being able to do both, and um, it's really inspired and intrigued me as to things that maybe I can do more of down the road. So just learning, I like to learn new things about myself and what makes me happy and what inspires me. And I always said to myself, because when I was first coming up, I hate to say it, I was always told that I was too big to be a dancer. So maybe I should think about something else. And that's, believe it or not, I said to myself, well, it just so happens that I loved choreography, but I was always behind the scenes. And then people would scream at me, my mentors and stuff, and they would be like, why aren't you in front? You should be
Mm.
in front more. And, I didn't know that I would be able to book commercials and do this, that, and the other, because I was told differently when I first started. So, um, that's why I always say I'm very thankful for, Lucille and LDC, because she pushed me that way. She pushed me to believe in myself in a different way. And that's now the path that I would like to go down. So,
So cool. And then with acting, I
paint,
mean, your painting looks amazing.
paint. Yeah, keep going. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, no. But with acting, I mean, I'm sure your love of movies and all of that, that must be inspiring. Like, how did you start to be so? Have you always been so into movies and everything? Like, you know so
Oh yeah.
many references, so many. Like, I feel like you've literally seen every movie ever. Like, if a movie comes out, which hopefully we can
Mm.
go to the movie theater soon, I miss that so much. But
I've been going.
how?
I've been
Where? Are there
going.
movie theaters open
I
right now?
Some, yes, and I'm a very big supporter of the arts and when it comes to movies. So I think it's great we have streaming services and all that, but I want to support our movie theaters.
Yeah.
So every chance that I've been getting to go, I feel very, let's keep this on the record here. I feel very safe in the movies. They have a great system set up. Um, Everyone that when I've been to the movies, they follow the rules. And so I feel very safe when I've been going to the movies. So now, there's a movie theater on the outskirts of Manhattan, and
Oh,
I think Showplace 14, which is like 10 minutes outside. You take a bus, and either you can take a bus and watch a movie, it's $17,
oh my
whereas
gosh.
which is cheaper than going to Times Square.
Literally.
And yeah, you spend about $30 when you're in Times Square when you see a movie.
Seriously.
Um, so it's amazing, and I'm very, I have my movie buddies, and I feel very thankful that I'm able to go, and I encourage people when they feel more comfortable and when things are better to support the theaters, because the theater
Yeah.
experience is a beautiful experience. So, of
I
course,
love
safety
that.
first.
Yeah, of
Yeah,
course. That's so. I need to look up this movie theater. I haven't been to the movies in.
it's great,
Oh my
and
gosh, I don't
they're
remember
very
the last time I
supportive.
went.
Okay, so this is my first side of my Star of Dating.
It looks beautiful. It looks so fancy.
I'm gonna do the back in a minute.
Yeah, let it dry, let it dry. I did kind of like a copper color for mine.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
Mine goes.
Yes. Okay, what are your so we have a request from the chats. They said, Kate says I need an 80s movie list from you. So if you could pick like your top 5 80s movies, what would they be? I know that's hard.
Well, I'm a big John Hughes fan, but that's pretty typical, I want to say. So I want to say my top five would be 16 Candles. Pretty in Pink is cool. It's not my favorite though. 16 Candles for sure. Um, I would say, hold on. 16 Candles, the original Batman from 1989. Um, I would say just one of the guys, which is really
Mm.
awesome. That's a great movie. Great, great movie. Just one of the guys. Let's see. Let me see. I have two more, right?
Yep.
I got this. I'm sorry. I'm so picky. That's
No,
why.
I know. You're the expert. I mean, you've seen every movie, so it's hard to choose probably.
Fright Night. That Fright Night's one of my favorite horror movies from 1986, I think. Is it 85 or 86? I think it's 86. So Fright Night, just one of the guys, 16 Candles, the original 1989 Batman, and then I need one more that I'm like in love with.
Mm.
Oh, Some Kind of Wonderful. Some Kind of Wonderful is such a good movie, and the music is so good. Oh my God, yes. Those are my five, Katie Goo Goo Bears.
Amazing. Well, I have here some
Yes,
questions.
yes.
Let me see.
Ah,
Okay, so these are loosely color coordinated, and I'm gonna randomly pick one from each category. I feel like I'm doing a magic trick, but it's not really magic.
magic trick. I'm doing the back now of my Star of David.
Ooh, nice. And once your star is dry, you can use the little string to tie a little loop at the top so that you can hang it on something. I'll do
I'm
that
gonna put it on
now.
my refrigerator.
That's so cute. Can tie a little loop de loop.
Excuse me, guys, I burped.
I'm gonna put mine on my Christmas tree, which is a little random, but it's a Christmaka tree.
It's a Christmaka.
Okay, I
Happy
have the
Christmas, everyone.
questions.
Yes.
Pick a color, and we will choose which one is first.
Blue.
What is the thing you got grounded the worst for?
I got really, really angry at my parents, and I took both of my fists and I punched it through the wall. And it just was, they had just got it done literally a week prior. And I couldn't control my anger, and both of the fists went through the wall. Oh boy, that was a wrap.
Oh my god. How
Yes.
old were you?
I was 16,
Oh wow. So you were
I
like a
want to say.
full grown person. So that was a
Oh,
solid punch.
that and what did I do? I did something. Oh, I lied. I was playing a game with my friend, and I was holding. We were just spinning a rake around. I don't know why. I guess that was a game that we were playing. I'm not sure. I don't know. We both were weird. Anyway, I was spinning a rake, and it was going around and around and around, and I let go of the rake, and all of a sudden it just flew through the back windshield destroying the back windshield of my brother's car.
Oh
And
my god.
my brother was going to tear me apart, and my mother had to step in and calm my brother down because he was literally going to like destroy me. I'll
Oh
never
my
forget that. And
gosh.
I ran to my friend's house who lived down the street from me, and I stayed there for a while.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
But
Oh
I
my
would say
goodness.
that, and then I got in big trouble for that one.
Oh my god.
And there was a time that I yelled at my grandma. No, I'm just kidding. Um, no, that was the one. I mean, I literally it went right through his windshield. And my brother was like, "Oh, I drive a Volvo. That's my thing." So it was a brown Volvo, and a Volvo is a great car.
My mom has
Um,
always had Volvos.
Volvo is an amazing car. But this was prior to Ford buying it.
Ooh. A
Because I think
little
it's owned by Ford
insider
now.
Volvo hot
That's right.
tip.
If you guys need to know anything about Volvos, I got you. A great car.
Amazing. Okay, pick your next color.
Um, Pink.
Oh, this one's kind of lame. Have you ever been out of the country?
Nope. Yes, but only once. No, I'm just kidding.
You say it
The
so
answer,
believably.
it was once, just once.
No, you've been
Should
a
I
lot
pick
of
another color?
places.
Oh, yeah.
And
I've
you've
been very
taught a lot of
fortunate to be
places too,
able.
which is so cool.
Yeah, I feel very fortunate. I've always wanted to travel and teach, and I've gotten to go to, I think I'm like 15 or 16 countries that I've been to traveling and teaching. Um,
Wow.
and it was incredible, and I'm can't wait to get back to that.
Maybe 2021. Or to at least
Praying,
2022. That's for sure. We know for sure. Maybe.
praying, I'm praying. I'm almost done, by the way.
Ooh, exciting. Okay, pick another color.
Um, Purple.
What embarrasses you the most in front of other people? Ooh.
It's hard to embarrass me because I always laugh at myself. So, okay, I have one. I think I would laugh at myself more if I fall down the stairs, if I trip down the stairs, but to trip up the stairs, I would find pretty embarrassing. So, when I was in college, there was this big it was in like one of the main parts of campus, and I just remember there were these giant, it was like this huge staircase, and they were very thin, like together. So you would have to, I mean, you
You have
could
to.
go up them and down them fast, but they just the way that they were, you had to look down and be very careful, or you trip. Well, I tripped up the stairs, and
Oh no.
everyone was like, "Oh, are you okay? Are you okay?" And I'm like, "I'm fine." But inside, I felt like, and my hair stood up on my arm. So I would say the only thing that I think could really embarrass me is if someone sees me tripping up the stairs. But other
Interesting.
than that, I mean, I like to laugh at myself. So
All right, the last one of these questions. What do you collect that no one knows about?
what do I collect? Let's see. I've been pretty open about my vinyls because I collect vinyls. Um,
You have a
I
lot of
have a full
candles.
collection. What's that?
You have a lot of
I
candles.
used to.
You're over
You know what I
candles.
do collect? I do collect. I used to collect DVDs, guys. I have over 300 and something DVDs, and they're all here in my apartment in
Do you have
binders
a DVD player still?
in my PS4,
Ah, okay.
which is great because I spent so much money on all these DVDs. and I love them and they work, so I'm fine.
Yeah.
But what I do is everywhere I travel, I get a little knickknack
Mm.
and I put it on a shelf over here. I have a bookshelf and I put each one and it's in the order of where I travel to. So,
Oh, I love
yes.
that. That's so
hmm
nice. Okay,
And they each
and
have a story.
ooh, that's the next episode. Knickknacks with Neil. That could be your podcast.
Yeah.
Knickknacks
Oh
with
my
Neil.
gosh. Knickknacks.
Okay, and the last question. Your star's looking gorgeous.
I'm gonna get my string ready.
Yes, get your string ready. And the last official question. Well,
Yeah.
actually, I lied to you. Before I ask that question, oh, I gave you enough string for two.
Oh, I was like, did I break it?
I wanted to, before I ask the last official question, which you know what it is, I gave you a heads up. I wanted to ask you if you had any advice for
Yeah.
dancers out there, because I trust your advice more than most people. And so,
Oh.
just any nugget that you think is relevant right now for people to hear, dancers and non dancers. I'd love to hear your thoughts.
Um, I think the thing I struggled with the most for a long time was who am I? Um, is that you?
Yeah.
Oh,
There's
the
like a motorcycle.
motorcycle. I was like, Haley's revving it up. So I think the thing that I struggled with for a long time the most is who am I? I don't know where I fit in this industry.
Your lungs are amazing.
Um, yeah, I didn't know where I fully fit in, and I felt like I was listening to my other friends talk about their dreams, and I was kind of putting them into mine, but they weren't really my dreams. You know what I mean? Like, I absolutely love Beyonce. I love Rihanna. I love like Miley Cyrus. I love, they're all incredibly talented artists. Um, but and I found myself saying like, "Oh, I want to dance for them," or "Oh, I want to choreograph for them," or "Oh, wouldn't it be cool to blah 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 blah." And then I realized more and more that I love their music, but it's that wasn't my dream. You know what I mean? So I was always trying to find my authentic self, and the thing that's great about that is that in the long run, you're happier. I've noticed that I am way happier doing what I love to do as opposed to what everyone else would like me to do, if that makes sense. Um, and I always say this, and it's the truth. Going, being authentically yourself is a little bit of a lonelier path because you're on that journey kind of by yourself a little bit. Um, but in the long run, it is so much more satisfying and it feels so much better. So I would never force anyone to be like, I would never be like, you have to be like this, you have to be like that. Um, but for me, I I was looking at my choreography and I would throw it away. I'd be like, oh, I don't like it. Or like, it's okay. Or it doesn't really inspire me. You know what I mean? Um, because I wasn't happy. And I think that was also affecting myself as an educator. So I said, I got to make a change. If I have to take 10 steps backwards to take 20 steps forward, then that's what I'll do. And that's what I did. And that's why I branded myself as 80s baby. And I do a lot of different types of artists. I've been able to, during this quarantine, I found a lot of incredible artists on my own that are, very 80s inspired. They're dark wave bands. So like
Mm.
with a lot of synthesizers and electronic music and um, it's very some of it's darker tones, but it's a very beautiful um, art form in music, such as like I mean, you go all the way back to the 80s, like Depeche Mode and what's the other group that I love? I mean, they're late 70s, early 80s, but Joy Division. And then you get into New Order and you get into all these things and these I found these incredible artists that just make me so happy when I listen to them. Like there's an artist called Panther Modern. There's an artist let's see, Panther Modern, Drab Majesty, um, Houses of Heaven. Uh, I'm trying to think of two more. Um, oh, um, really quick, hold on, because I gotta plug them because I love them so much. Um, but there's another artist that are called Brother Tiger. They're absolutely phenomenal. Future Unlimited. Um, and Katie Wood, she's from London. She is phenomenal. Um, and then I mean the list goes on and on and on. But these are and SRSQ, just incredible artists that I feel very connected to.
Mm.
And that made me feel what's it called? They just make me feel like it's okay to be myself. And it's more towards the like gothic side. And it's absolutely beautiful. And I'm so thankful that these artists have connected with me too and have reached out to me and I formed relationships with them and it just makes me feel like I'm going on the right path. And it makes me happier. So I know that when I'm going to teach, and when you're watching me teach or you're watching me choreograph, um, you can see that it's coming straight from here. It's coming from my heart. It's passionate. So I don't have to fake and pretend to be someone that I'm not. You know what I mean? This is just for me talking about myself. So like, I finally feel it doesn't matter. It's wonderful to get to a point. I mean, look, no one's perfect and um, nobody has it all together. And everyone goes through their ups and downs. But for me to get to a point in my career where it doesn't matter what someone else thinks, I'm happy with myself. That's a really awesome thing to say because it takes a long time to get to that journey and it takes a long time for someone to be like, I'm proud of myself. I'm proud of the way that I'm going down. And it may not be what everyone else fully wants to see, and that's okay.
Mm. That's
You know what I
so
mean?
good. Yeah, and I feel like you probably already answered it. I think I have an idea of what you're going to answer for the final question, and I think
Oh,
you've probably said it. But what brings
yes,
out
I'm
your most
sure.
what brings out your most creative self? I have an idea, but I'll let you go with that.
I would say it's media. So, like movies, I'm very inspired and heavily influenced by movies and music, my family. Um, my clothes,
Mm,
specifically my wardrobe.
yeah.
I mean, I dress pretty bomb for a 36-year-old, so
I mean, I feel like I mean,
I'm
not that it's
super
like,
lit.
whoa.
Ooh.
No, but I think that like, branding feels like an inauthentic way to say it, but I think that
Mm,
something that I've always noticed with you is that you have such a strong, like, everything that you do is full of your own art. Like every aspect of your life, you infuse your like true artistic self into it, which I think is really inspiring. Like with your
thank you, baby.
music, and you're not just like dancing to the popular song or the thing that everyone else is doing. You do the work to find the stuff that actually truly speaks to you, and you wear the clothes that truly speak to you. And I think that if everyone started doing that, the world as large, not just the dance community, which the dance community is its own little bubble of a world that definitely needs a little more originality and like safety in being yourself, I think, still. But I think the whole world could learn so much from just the way that you go about your life. So thank you
Well,
for
I appreciate
inspiring
that.
us.
Well, thank you, Haley. And I gotta be honest, I'm very, very proud of you. For me to see you create, um, this podcast and following your dreams and your goals as, your teacher and your mentor, is wonderful, and I'm very excited for you.
I'm gonna cry. Thank you. Well, well, if you have anything that you would like to plug, I know I have your Instagram down for the visual viewers, but you can say it to our audio listeners and any other things that you'd like to promote.
Well, there's one thing I'm working on, and that's going to be I'm doing a virtual 80s baby beginner class. It's going to be a workshop. It's going to be fun. You have to be 21 and over because we drink at the end, you know what I mean, and listen to some fun 80s music. Um, but I wanna create like a beginner's workshop that's just a fun virtual listening to good 80s music and dancing at the same time. So to be continued. I want to make sure all the planning is right. Yeah, but remember, you have to
Yeah.
be 21 and over. No exceptions, obviously. So with a proper ID.
You'll be checking on the Zoom. There'll be a
I
bouncer.
have a I have a bouncer. I am the bouncer. Once I was actually asked, believe it or not, when I first moved to New York, someone asked me, I audition, well, not audition, but um, I wanted to be like a bar back, and they actually asked me to be a bouncer. But can you picture me as a bouncer?
You'd be like, oh, you could come in.
Hugs.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for being here. For
Thank you for
everyone,
having me.
yeah, and for everyone who's watching, make sure that you go check out Neil's Instagram, 80s baby. It's B period A period B period Y. There's no
Yeah,
period at the end,
someone took the other one
but this
because
one
I
is so
wanted it
much
to just be 80.
prettier. This one's prettier looking, so it was meant to
Thank you,
be.
baby. I
And
love you.
I recently just created an Instagram for dancers doing stuff finally. So that way everything is kind of wrapped up together. So we will be sharing our craft over there. If you make a craft that looks like this or is even better than our Star of David, definitely tag us. And you can follow me at Essentially Haley for DIY stuff. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Share it with your mom. Anything helps.
With your
And
doggy.
yeah, play all the videos while you sleep. Ooh, yum.
Happy Hanukkah, everyone.
Yay! Awesome. Well, thank you so much again for being here and have a great night.
Bye.
Bye.